Now, I believe when we're born, we're meant to be at home. You know, we're connected. We're really meant to be at home. Something happens when we start to adapt and survive. And I want to share with you my story, because my story has really gotten me into this whole thing about home. And I believe all of us tell our stories. And someone can tell me, and in my workshop I have people do as a homework assignment and write a one-page biography. And that one-page biography tells me their life. The words that they choose, the stories that they select, the themes. That one-page biography tells me everything. It tells me their life. Because all of us have our story. And within every story is a beautiful journey. And our journey is made up of a narrative. And so I'd like to share with you my story, because that is the reason why I'm doing all this. The reason we teach is because we need to learn. I'm doing this because I need to learn all this stuff. My story begins back in Chicago. Back in a time when I lived in the south side of Chicago. And my mother was a factory worker, and I was 6 years old when my father left the first time. I was 9 years old when he left the second time, and that was for good. And my mother, you could imagine, had a lot on her hands. Her hands were very full. Too full to cook, clean, care for children. Too full to comfort a crying child, and too full to even say, "I love you," to a broken heart. And so what she decided to do, she decided out of desperation, she had to look for an alternative to make sure that we were cared for. So in the summer of 1957, she took my brother, my two sisters, and I to a place called Mooseheart. It was a child care facility in Chicago. And she took us there to see whether this is a place that we might be able to live. And although when you think of a name, a moose with a heart, kind of a moose, it kind of seemed a strange thing that a moose would have a heart to it. But at that time, in 1957, at 9 years old, I knew that I didn't have to go to an orphanage to know that I had already lost my home. Because I already lost a home at that time. And when you think of home, home is a place where we have a sense of belonging, where there's a wellspring of love, where I feel protected and cared for. It's a place where I can retreat and feel safe in the face of adversity and gather strength. But that wasn't my home. My home was ravaged by my father's mental illness, domestic violence, raging parents, financial difficulties, as you could imagine. It wasn't a place where I could feel safe and comfortable. And so I'd already lost that home back at the time that we visited the orphanage. And my grandmother, bless her heart, because of her, she helped my mother make the decision, the very courageous decision, that says she was going to raise us for better and for worse. So though I didn't go to the orphanage, I knew that home could be taken in a moment. That home was very fragile. And as you can see from my description again, that home was a very central part of my life. I do believe out of our deepest wounds comes our greatest gifts. And my greatest gift was a quest. And the quest was to find home. And I've been on that search my whole life. And I realized that really home is not about being with a person or a place. It's not about a career or having money. Really, home is about finding that special place within yourself where you have this inner peace. Because really, home is anywhere and everywhere. And if you're connected to your internal GPS, you know you can go anywhere. I can live in Australia, I can live in Chicago, I can come to Southern California and know that I'm at home. And even know that there's other people that I can connect with. And know that from my heart, I can be at home with them. So this brought me on a quest, and as a matter of fact, it kind of pushed me into becoming a psychotherapist. You know, people become psychotherapists because we need 40 hours of therapy a week. It's true. You know any psychotherapists? Yes? It's because we need it. So I've been doing this over 35 years times 40 hours. That's a lot of therapy I've been involved in, right? because we draw clients to us and reflect to them what we most need to hear. And as I remember looking back, what did I tell people? What was I telling my clients? I was telling them about it's okay to express yourself. It's okay to feel, to help them really connect to themselves. And really, in all my therapy, it was just helping people really connect with their home, that they do have a voice, they have their inner truth, they have a vision, and they have talents, and that really they're meant to live their truth here on this planet and to create life for themselves.